Closing in on tip-off here in Birmingham, the season opener for UAB and Alcorn State inside Bartow Arena. Starting lineup for our visitors from Alcorn State. The Braves again coming off a 15-15 season last year. David Pierce starting in the backcourt. 6'3", 215-pound junior out of St. Petersburg, Florida, a transfer from Coastal Carolina. He'll be joined by Oddist Walker, 6'3", 175, a junior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He transferred in from Stephen F. Austin. Swingman will be Tremaine Crosby, 6'4", 180-pound senior out of Laurel, Mississippi. On the inside, you got Malik Hardman, 6'6", 205, a junior out of Chicago, Illinois. And rounding out the starting five, Anthony Fairley, a 6'8", 205-pound senior from Mobile, the one of only two returnees in the starting lineup for new head coach Landon Bussey. Tremaine Crosby, another returnee from last season in the starting lineup today. Bussey in his first year as a head coach. Tyler Adams and Evans Davis are his assistants. Now for Andy Kennedy's UAB Blazers, Michael Ertl, the starting point guard, 6'2", 190, grad student transfer out of Louisiana Monroe, originally from Indianapolis, Indiana. Quan Jackson, another of those transfers, 6'4", 183, grad student, originally from Tallahassee, Florida. He comes to UAB from Georgia Southern. Taven Loven rounds out the backcourt for the green and gold, 6'4", 210-pound junior out of Franklin, Kentucky. He got his start at Hargrave Military Academy before coming to UAB. On the inside, you got Kasim Nicholson, 6'7", 200-pound senior out of Jackson, Mississippi. Originally started collegiately at Holmes Community College. And rounding out the starting five, the big man, Trey Jemison, 7-footer from here in Birmingham, 260-pound junior center, prepped at Hoover. He transfers in from Clemson. Andy Kennedy, his first year at his alma mater, a 1991 UAB graduate, taking over. This is his 14th season as a head coach, 266 wins, 169 losses. Philip Pearson, Ryan Cross, Terry Parker are his assistants. Sidney Ball, the director of operations, and Brian Cook back again as the UAB trainer. Those are your starters. We're closing in on tip-off here in Birmingham, and so glad to have you with us here on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield, IMG College. Wednesday afternoon, kind of starting the holiday weekend in style. And Murray, you've already noticed a couple of changes. You noticed one in the life of COVID we're living in right now as far as the pregame routine is concerned. The officials went to have the meetings with the captains, and we didn't quite pull that off.
No, they didn't get that pulled off. Obviously, the officials always go to center court. A couple guys on UAB, a couple guys on Alcorn, but they didn't get to that point. They didn't get to that point today.
And the next change in
birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And the officials all at the same time.
And I'm feeling good.
Ayy, I whip the pad like I can Tina. I just got me a Beamer. Used to ride his steamers. I'm hot as jalapenos. I'm selling out arenas. They say he entertain us. And if you try to tame us, I bet we leave stained up.
Fairly, and for UAB, you got Mike Ertl, Quan Jackson, Trey Jemison, three newcomers for the green and gold. The two returnees in the starting lineup, Taven Loven. He averaged 13.2 points and about 5 rebounds a game last season, shooting right at 54% overall, 6 out of 22 from outside the arc. And then Kasim Nicholson averaged right about 5.5, almost 6 points a game. He pulled down about 4 rebounds a night. He was a 40% shooter on the season, 27% from outside the arc, and a 74% free throw shooter. Murray, UAB last year averaged less than 68, just over 67 points a game. They shot 45% overall, almost 33% from three, and better than 70% from the charity stripe. But at times, it really was a struggle, it seemed, for that offense to find some consistency and find some easy buckets last year.
Well, it was. You're exactly right. It'll be interesting this year. A lot is going to depend. And, again, I haven't seen Mike Ertl play, and I have not seen Quan Jackson play, but I am interested to see what kind of shooters they are from the perimeter. Taven Loven is a great player who I love, but he's more of a get-to-the-rim guy, not as much of a perimeter shooter. And then, obviously, Kasim and Trey Jemison will be mainly much more inside, although Kasim does have some mid-range game. But it'll be really interesting to see who can shoot the threes, who can make the threes, and what kind of perimeter scoring they've got and what kind of offensive team they've got.
Officials for today's game, and that's going to be another interesting aspect to all of this, is can the officials stay healthy throughout the course of the regular season, as much travel as they will be doing. Good news today, we got 3 of them here. John St. Clair, our referee, James Hicks, and Chris Hudson are the umpires. Alcorn State in the home white uniforms, purple trim, gold letters and numbers. UAB with the smoky gray uniforms to start things here at 2020, with Birmingham across the front, white letters and numbers and green trim. Blazers will go from our right to our left in the first half. The Braves from our left to our right. Jemison in the center circle along with Fairley. John St. Clair puts the ball in the air. UAB's got it to start things here in the new season. Ertl with the basketball into the front court. He'll hand it off to Quan Jackson. Top of the wheel, Loven's got it. Taven holds, dribbles right, looks to drive, puts his head down, muscles his way in, laid it up too strong, got his own miss on the weak side. He'll go back up too strong. Tip try by Jemison wouldn't fall, and the rebound cleared by Malik Hardman for Alcorn State. Good looks for Loven, but Taven couldn't finish, and now the Braves with it. Pierce with it, near right side of the floor, sends it out high between the rings to Walker. He'll bounce it away. On the far side to Crosby, circling high, steps inside the arc. He'll pop a 16 contested jumper, no good, cleared by UAB. Jemison cradles it, and here come the Blazers. Ertl up the far side, now centers it up in the front court. Little stutter step move, goes right, cuts back left off the Jemison screen. He'll kill the dribble, give it up to Loven. Feeds it left baseline, Nicholson, 12-foot jumper up too strong, and the long rebound cleared by Anthony Fairley. Far side of the floor, Walker with it into the front court, gives it to Fairley. They'll swing it around on the near side to Pierce. Back out high. Crosby looks to his head coach, Landon Bussey, for the play call. He'll veer left, does Crosby. Keeps the right-hand dribble alive right in front of Andy Kennedy, who surveys things. 10 on the shot clock now for the Braves. We're scoreless, 90 seconds in. Here's Crosby with it, left of the lane, follow a 12-footer. Tough shot, no good. Barely drew backboard, and Jemison's got another rebound for UAB. Ertl pushes into the front court, far side. They'll go to work in the half court, top of the key. Mike drives down the lane, bumped and fouled as he went up with the shot, and he'll go to the line looking for the first points of the season. The foul on Anthony Fairley. His first, number 1 on the Braves, and Mike Ertl steps to the line to shoot a pair.
And David, Mike, not really a pure one. It's going to be really interesting to watch him. He's a lefty and not really more of a combo type guy, so they really don't have a pure point guard on the floor. Right now they're playing Mike Ertl at the 1 and Taven at the 3, probably Quan Jackson at the 2. But 3 good offensive possessions for UAB, but Taven did not connect, Kasim didn't connect, Mike Ertl there with the free throw. Both teams have started in just straight half-court man-to-man, although UAB picking up now in full-court pressure.
Kobe Wilson checks in during the free throws for Alcorn. 1 out of 2 for Ertl at the line. Here's Crosby driving the right side, laid it up, got it blocked, taken by UAB. Jackson racing to the other end for the green and gold, running down the lane. He'll scoop it up and get called for an offensive foul. David Pierce able to get back and take the charge. Jackson has his first foul and the team's first here in the opening half, and Andy Kennedy with a glare over his mask at the officials. We'll get you a wardrobe update for Coach Kennedy when time allows. 1-0 UAB. We've played just over 2 minutes. Into the front court. Hardman has it. Drops it back to Crosby to set things up for the Braves. Near the center circle, Crosby gives it up to Pierce on the far wing. He'll bounce it back to Crosby, who saves it in the far corner. Working against Ertl. Down the left baseline, turns, shoots the 8-footer and hits.
Well, a little disadvantage there size-wise. Ertl trying to guard him, and Crosby just lifted up and made that.
Pressure broken by UAB. Loban down the lane. He'll lay it up and in.
Well, again, we talked about it all last year. When he gets downhill to his right hand, he is really, really hard to stop.
Both teams showing pressure now in the full court. Blazers handled it beautifully. The easy lay-in for Lovin. And UAB leads at 3-2 with just over 17 minutes to play here in the first half. Crosby's got it, bouncing far side to Pierce. He holds, he looks, he dribbles back to the right, top of the key, shovels it on the near side to Crosby, head fake, flips it foul line right to Wilson, his jumper up and in. Kobe Wilson, 6'9", 220, a senior from Kennesaw, Georgia. Averaged just over 3 points last year for the Braves. Here's Loban at the other end. Another acrobatic shot through traffic down the lane. He'll lay it up for 2 more.
Well, both teams are in full court pressure. It's kind of token full court pressure after made baskets, then falling back into man-to-man. Taven just took advantage of that and went right to the rim.
5-4 UAB, 3.5 minutes into the opening period. Crosby's got it for the Braves, dribbling on the near right side. Gives it up in the corner to Pierce. He'll pop a 3. It's in and out, no good. Long rebound scooped up on the run by Nicholson. Kasim running down the lane, lays it in, and draws the foul. It looked like Murray, he took about 3 steps to go from one end of the floor to the other once he grabbed that loose ball.
Well, he's a big-time athlete, really versatile. I thought had some great play a year ago, and he took that defensive rebound, and like you said, David, about 4 or 5 steps later, he was all the way at the rim. One thing that's a little concerning to me right now is Taven going out. It looks like his right knee, and boy, my gosh, they certainly don't want to lose him. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. Hopefully he just got bumped in the right knee a little bit.
Nicholson at the line, trying to finish the three-point play. Tyreek Scott Grayson coming on to replace Taven, who's trying to walk it off around the extended bench areas now. We'll tell you more about that as the game progresses. It's not the usual side-by-side down from the scorer's table. Everybody's spaced out down the sideline and onto the baseline now for both teams. Nicholson at the line after Crosby picks up the foul, his first, the team's second. Kasim 74% from the stripe. He missed it badly, and the rebound cleared by the Braves. Into the front court, Pierce with it, weaves through traffic, flips it near side off the fingertips of Malik Hardman, out of bounds. And the pressure causing the first turnover.
And, David, it's just token pressure. It's not really that aggressive, but, again, it did force the turnover there. Token pressure, kind of a 1-2-2 look, then falling back into man-to-man.
Arnie Morris into the lineup, along with K.J. Riley for the Braves. And one more substitution before play resumes as Anthony Fairley returns to the lineup. Three-quarter court. Pressure UAB facing as Jackson gets it into Scott Grayson. He'll work it up against K.J. Riley. Lob down the floor. Nicholson left of the lane. Stops. Pops from 8 feet. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Nicholson had a hand on it. Couldn't secure it. Morris takes it away. And here comes Alcorn running the other way. Crosby down the left of the lane. Laid it up too strong. A rebound pulled down by the Braves. Underneath, Fairley's got it. Contorts and travels with the basketball. Good interior defense by UAB, forcing the turnover. And the Blazers will have it back when we come back. But first, a timeout on the floor with 15:48 to play in the opening half. UAB out to a 7-4 lead over Alcorn State here on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Kills the dribble in a double team, hooks it on the right baseline to Morris, has his shot blocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Braves, 19 to shoot it.
And a big time perimeter defensive play there by Quan Jackson. Great containment of the handle. Guy tried to penetrate, go by him. He contained the dribble, then a big-time block shot with his left hand.
Walker inbounding to Lee. Near the top of the circle, Lee dribbles behind the back, retreats near midcourt, shot clock at 10. Lee drifts to the far left side of the floor. He'll penetrate, free throw line, kick it in the right corner, 3, up, off the mark, no good by Morris, and the rebound cleared by Nicholson. Here come the Blazers, Ertl with it, directing traffic as he brings it up the floor. Top of the key, keeps the dribble going, curls left, flips it away to Nicholson. Around it goes to Jackson, far right side, in front of the Alcorn bench. Shot clock at 12. Jackson drives, dishes left side. Scott Grayson, his 3, rims out no good, and the rebound cleared by Alcorn. Here's Walker with it, quickly up the floor, centers it up, down the lane he goes, hanging in the air, 10-footer off the window, up and good.
Well, good defense, Alcorn leading to good offense, a quick push. I'm going to tell you, David, Alcorn defensively is pretty well drilled, pretty well schooled. They pick you up full court, back to a strong man-to-man, pressure the ball pretty hard. They're fronting the post down low. This is a pretty decent defensive team with Alcorn, and it's presenting some problems right now for UAB.
Loven and Jemison back in for UAB. Jalen Benjamin into the game for the first time today. 7-6 Blazers still lead it early first half. Jackson brings it across, feeds it away right side to Scott Grayson. Deep corner to Loven with it. Taven with a mismatch. He'll dribble drive into the paint, hang in the air. 8-footer comes up short. Rebound batted out of bounds. That should be UAB ball, and it is.
Well, they've now, David, bumped, as you can see, they've bumped Taven now to the 4, and he is one of those guys. He's really not a 4-man, but he's a nightmare for the other team when he's at the 4 because he's so hard to guard. So now they're basically playing with 4 perimeter players in the game, UAB is.
13:35 to go in the half. 7-6 UAB. Inbounds to Loven, left side of the floor. Gives it to Jackson at the point. Kicks it right side. Benjamin, 3. Up, way strong. The only good news is it was such a bad shot, the Braves weren't able to rebound it. It's out of bounds off Alcorn. It'll stay with UAB. 15 on the shot clock as Tyreek Scott Grayson will inbound, but not before John St. Clair checks in at the scores table to make sure everything is right. It'll be 13 on the shot clock. Get it into Jemison, out high now to Benjamin. Jalen feeds it right side of the paint. Scott Grayson deflected into rear court. Jalen goes and gets it. Shot clock at 5. Top of the key. Benjamin stops. Free throw line jumper. Up and good.
Well, that's what he can do, and he did it all last year. He can go create a shot on his own. You called the shot clock. It was down to 4, but Jalen Benjamin can just go get his own. It makes him really hard to guard.
9-6, Blazers by 3, 13-minute mark of the opening half. Morris gives it up on the far side to Riley. He'll curl top of the key, now free throw line, bounce it in the paint, dunk attempt, blocked from behind. Fairley went up to slam it, he got it knocked away. Here come the Blazers, Lovin knifing down the left of the lane. He'll lay it up, he'll draw the foul. He goes down awkwardly again. His teammates go to check on him, he is still down. The foul on Arnie Morris will send Taven to the line. 4th team foul, and Loban, I think, lacing up the sneakers. I think he's okay. Jalen Benjamin gives a thumbs up to the bench, saying he's just tying his sneakers, and he'll be all right. He's gone down a couple of times here in the first half.
Well, he has, but he's a big, strong, physical kid, and I like when he's going to the rim. I don't like when he settles for perimeter jump shots because he's so thick, so strong, so good at getting to the rim. I'll say this, David, I think it's been a pretty – I don't want to talk too much about officiating too quickly, but I think it's been I think it's been a real kind whistle to this point for UAB. I thought probably UAB defensively has maybe fouled 2 or 3 times on a couple of Alcorn shots that have gone kind of overlooked, let's just say overlooked by the officials. So I think to this point in the game, it's been a pretty kind whistle for UAB.
It's a Thanksgiving holiday.
It is, David. We're at home.
You're a generous,
we're at home.
A generous soul. Both free throws up and good for Loven. He's got 6. The Blazers lead by 5, 11-6 with 12:40 to go in the first half. Lee flags down an errant pass, races into the forecourt across the way, and now Alcorn settles into the half-court offense. Lee with it. Underhands to Crosby, top of the circle, bounces right of the lane to Morris. He'll hesitate. He'll take a 12-footer and hit it.
That's a big time shot fake, one dribble pull up. UAB switching everything 1 through 4, not switching with Trey Jemison, but switching everything else with the other 4 guys on the floor.
Benjamin's got it, driving the left of the lane, floats it up for Jemison, who couldn't take the pass, deflected away and taken. Here's Lee at the other end, stops, pops, top of the circle, a long 2, no good. Rebound by Crosby in the paint. He'll feed it inside to Tyree Corbett, who lays it in and draws the foul. That whistle on Michael Ertl is first, number 2 on UAB. Chance at a 3-point play for the Braves when we come back. Timeout with an even 12 minutes to play in the first half. 11-10. UAB leads it on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Twelve-minute mark, first half. A 1-point lead for UAB, 11-10. Tyree Corbett at the line, trying to finish the 3-point play for the Braves. Corbett, 6'7", 180, a junior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Misses the free throw, long rebound tapped out of bounds, and it will belong to UAB. Myson Lowe into the lineup now for Alcorn, replacing Corbett. Blazers with Scott Grayson, Ertl, Benjamin, Jemison, and Nicholson on the floor. Ertl's got it on the inbounds in rear court, lobs it ahead to Benjamin. He'll tap it ahead to Jemison. Trey drives the right side of the lane, missed the dunk, but he was fouled on his way to the bucket, and he'll shoot a pair. Anthony Fairley called for his second, team's 5th. Big man made a pretty nice move to get to the bucket, but couldn't finish, and now he'll shoot 2.
Well, he did. He was really put in a tough position. You don't want your 5-man catching the ball at 28 feet from the rim going against the press, but he did get it. He took a couple dribbles. I've got to give him credit. He went right to the rim, and I'm glad he made that free throw. It's always good when big guys can step up there with confidence and make free throws. I'm going to tell you, Trey Jemison, I have not been around him for a couple years now, but my gosh, since high school, he's probably put on 35, 40 pounds, and I'm talking good weight. He is a strong, I don't know what do they have him listed at, David?
260.
Yeah, he is a great-looking young man, and again, I haven't been around him for a couple years, but he was probably 220, 215, 220 coming out of high school, and he has really put on some great weight since he was at Clemson over the last couple of years.
Missed the second free throw, but a lane violation on Alcorn, going to give him another chance.
The one thing is free throw's a little too flat. I wish he'd get it up a little bit more, and I'm sure it's something that Andy and the staff have talked to him about, but it's a little bit of a straight line, and he probably needs a little more arc on it. If he'd do that, he'd probably make a few more, and again, I'm sure that's something the staff has already talked to him about.
Second one rattled out on him again, cleared by the Braves. 12-10 UAB, 11.5 to go in the opening period. Lowe with it, and he palmed the basketball about 40 feet from the bucket, so a gift to UAB on that turnover. Blazers get it right back, leading by a bucket. Benjamin will bring it across for the green and gold. Far side of the floor. Braves staying in that man-to-man. Jalen works it right side, keeps the dribble going, sends it up top to Nicholson, around to Scott Grayson, left corner, Ertl, spot up three, off the back iron, no good, and the rebound cleared by Myson Lowe. He'll shoot it ahead, front court near right side to Walker, steps back, kicks it back to Lowe, right side of the floor, dribbles through traffic, top of the circle, puts his head down, nearly lost the handle, did. Picked up by Nicholson going the other way. Kasim down the right of the lane, lost the handle going up, got it back, feeds to a cutting Grayson down the paint. He'll lay it up, it rims out, no good. But he does draw the foul, and we'll head to the line. Kirk Lee called for his first personal foul. That's number 6 now on the Braves. Tyreek Scott Grayson, the latest Blazer to step to the line to shoot a pair. 10:55 to go in this first half. Free throw up and good.
And Tyreek's a good free throw shooter. Really nice left-handed stroke. Great technique. UAB, if they do again what they've been doing all game, if this shot goes in, this free throw goes in, they'll pick up again and kind of a token 1-2-2 three-quarter court pressure, falling back into man-to-man, and they are switching everything 1 through 4, again with Jemison at the 5 not switching, and a quick steal there by Tyreek.
Long arms of Tyreek Scott Grayson, timed the jump perfectly, stole it, laid it up and in. His first bucket of the day, and that's a 6-point lead now for UAB. 16-10. Pressure again, Braves get it across. Here's Crosby with it. Front court, drops it back to Lee at the center circle. UAB now settles back into that half-court man-to-man. Lee with it, working against Ertl between the rings. Drifts right, lobs it right side of the paint to Crosby. Backing in on Benjamin, kicks it up top to Lee. 2 to shoot. Lee drives, floater up, blocked away by Jemison, and a shot clock violation. A great defense in the half court there for UAB.
Well, the ball got downhill. It got into the paint, about 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Trey Jemison, they list him at 7 foot 260, but I tell you, a great block shot there by Trey.
Turnover by UAB. Ertl colliding with the Brave near midcourt, lost the handle. Alcorn comes away with it. Here's Lee above the foul line, drives, works it into the near right corner, staring at Jemison. He'll backpedal well behind the arc, take an NBA +3 and hit it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I was told about him before the game, but he's a big-time scorer at Drexel. His first 2 years, he's been injured a lot the last couple years, but all of a sudden there he rose up and made the 3.
Blazers handle the pressure. Benjamin's got it, top of the key. Feeds foul line to Nicholson, finds a cutting Ertl off the right side for the lay-in.
Well, great pass, great cut there by Ertl on the right wing, cutting to the basket. Great find there by Kasim Nicholson, who's a really nice passer.
Lee at the other end puts his head down to drive, bumped and fouled by Jalen Benjamin. Number 1 on Jalen, still only the 3rd on UAB. Quan Jackson re-enters the Blazer lineup. Ron G. Gordon going to come back in as well, along with Taven Lovin.
And David, an interesting matchup, Benjamin and Lee. If you've seen UAB play last year, if you saw him play last year, you know what Benjamin looks like. Lee and him going head-to-head, very similar in build.
Morris with it. Lost the handle, got it back, gives it away to Walker near right wing. He'll try to drive, gets past Scott Grayson, laid it up off the glass and got it to go. Split the defense and able to lay it up and in for a tough bucket. 18-15 UAB. Here's Benjamin at the other end, top of the circle, 3 off the back iron, no good. Long rebound played by Jackson, and then reaching in, Arnie Morris trying to rip it away, called for the reach-in foul. His second. That's number 7 now on the Braves, so UAB shoots the 1-and-1 for the final 8:57 of the half. Substitution for Alcorn as Malik Hardman returns, and Arnie Morris will check out. Quan Jackson at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. 3-point Blazer lead, 18-15. And now 19-15 as Jackson will have his bonus. Just under 9 minutes to go in the half. The bonus by Jackson, also up and good. 5-point ball game. Pressure again by UAB. They get it into Pierce in rear court. Rifles it ahead far side to Wilson. He'll leave it with Lee, who lobs it to Wilson in the front court in front of the UAB bench. He'll flip it back to Lee, far side of the floor, as they'll go to work now with 15 on the shot clock. Lee dribbling at the center circle, creeps forward, dribbles between the legs. He'll drive, he'll lose the handle, poke it away right side to Hardman, back to Lee, circling to the foul line, kick out on the far wing for a long two, up and no good by Walker. Weak side rebound taken by Hardman, and going back up, he'll draw the foul on the Blazers. Andy Kennedy asking where the box out was that time. Taven Lovin called for his first foul. Team's fourth, and free throws coming for Alcorn's Malik Hardman.
From a defensive rebounding standpoint, David, and we talked about this last year, but the shot goes up from the left wing in front of UAB's bench. You've really got to get as many guys as you can to the right side of the floor, because that's where the misses are coming. Probably 70% of misses fly off to the other side of the rim. So if the shot's taken from the left wing, you've got to get at least two of your defenders to the right side of the floor and hit somebody and take somebody out and make sure you can secure that defensive rebound. That's at least 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. Another thing, we're not getting stats this year in our hands. You've got some maybe in front of you, but that's at least 2 or 3 offensive rebounds already for Alcorn State.
Hardman hits both free throws. He will check out now, replaced by Morris. You're exactly right, Murray. That is their third offensive rebound of the afternoon for the Braves. UAB inbounds, leading 20-17. Benjamin's got it in rear court. Lobs it ahead to Scott Grayson. He'll dribble it across near side, work into the paint, bounce it underneath. Ronji Gordon lays it up and in.
Well, it's a great pass by Tyreek. A little nice bounce pass against the pressure to Ronji Gordon, a guy that just a freshman, a great-looking young freshman. He's got a chance to have a great, great career here at UAB.
22-17, long three off the mark by Walker. And a rebounding foul spotted on UAB, I believe. Taven Lovin called for his second. That's number 5 now on the Blazers. It'll be Alcorn basketball when play resumes. Timeout with 7:57 to go in the first half. 22-17, UAB leads it here on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. In Birmingham, UAB and Alcorn State season opener here in the 2020-2021 campaign. Blazers lead it by 5. Braves with the basketball. Kirk Lee will trigger on the inline down to our right. Slaps the basketball. Lobs it into Crosby, far left side. Crosby holds. He'll drive left baseline, work underneath the bucket, and reverse to lay it in for 2.
Wow, big-time move there. Crosby averaged about 15 a game last year, and really not bad defense, I didn't think, by UAB, but he just made a strong move to the rim, reverse layup and a basket.
22-19 UAB. Benjamin's got it left side, knocked out of his hands by Kirk Lee and out of bounds on the near side of the floor. Green and gold will throw it in, but not before KJ Riley returns for the Braves. And Tremaine Crosby checks out. Officials conferring about something before Tyreek Scott Grayson inbounds, sideline to our left, shoots it into rear court to Benjamin. He'll bring it back across, gets a screen, curls left, stops, pops a three, and hits it.
Well,
our first APS three-pointer of the season. Blazers three-pointers all season long, presented by Alabama Professional Services. Near steal on the pressure after the inbounds. Nicholson sails through the air and deflects it away right into the scorer's table across from us.
And that last possession, David, Jalen Benjamin just off a real simple high ball screen. And he's just hard to guard. Again, some guys can score off the bounce, some guys can't. But he's a scorer, and he can go get you baskets. Again, smart offense. Just set a simple high ball screen and let him go to work.
25-19 UAB. Just over 7 minutes to go in the opening half. Crosby with it to Walker, circling high. Keeps the dribble going, works it to the near right side. Behind the arc, 7 to shoot. Walker dribbles between the legs, double teamed. He'll bounce it right baseline. Crosby, turnaround, fall away jumper, and air ball. Rebound, Scott Grayson, outlet pass saved by Benjamin near sideline. He'll pop a three. It's off the back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Scott Grayson on the pogo stick, able to put it back up and in.
Wow, what an unbelievable play. They tried to block him out, really a textbook block out. But Tyreek is so long. He's got such great length, wingspan. What a great play there by Tyreek.
Get it in the paint at the other end to Crosby. Point blank range. He was bumped and fouled by Trey Jemison, who I think is mad at himself for committing that foul. I think if he'd just stood his ground and held his arms up, Crosby would have had no chance whatsoever. But that's the first on Jemison. Team foul number 6, and Tremaine Crosby shoots a pair. First one up and in. Mike Ertl returning, replacing Jalen Benjamin for UAB. The substitution parade continuing for Alcorn. Landon Bussey, new head coach, has not been shy about subbing here in the first half.
I've been impressed with them to this point. I'll be honest. They defend hard. They'll pick up full court pressure here, back to man. They pressure the ball. I mean, UAB's got 27 points with 6 minutes to play in the half, but I can tell a major emphasis for Alcorn State is their defensive preparation coming into this game.
Blazers lead it 27-21. Ertl brings it across, able to beat the 10-second count. Double teamed. He'll lob it away to Scott Grayson. Tyreek nearly got away with a double dribble. Goes and gets the loose ball. Hooks it underneath. Quan Jackson, who lays it up for two. Beautiful find by Tyreek Scott Grayson. UAB seemed destined to turn it over on that sequence, but Tyreek able to get the handle and pick up the assist. 29-21 Blazers, under 6 to play in the opening half. Here's Morris with it to Walker near right side. He'll back it out behind the arc. Get it right back from Arnie Morris. Top of the circle, Braves, a runner in the paint. Sits, would not fall, fight for the rebound. Alcorn comes away with it, not loose. Picked up in the paint by Jemison, who then got tripped up unintentionally by Anthony Fairley. Jemison goes down. Fairley going to pick up his 3rd foul of the half. And Trey Jemison will walk to the other end and shoot the 1-and-1. And the dreaded first game of the year, Murray, against the team you don't see very often, they have been kind enough to throw in a mystery number 30 on us.
The old mystery number,
yep.
Huh?
Not on the roster. There is no 30 listed on the roster.
Now he's out.
Thankfully. David Pierce comes back in, replacing the mystery man. We'll try to get a name as soon as we can. Jemison at the line, shooting the 1-and-1 for the Blazers. 8-point UAB lead. Front end good. (30-21). And he Kennedy sits down for the first time in a while to have a sip of water.
I'm going to tell you, Trey Jemison, there will not be a better-looking five-man in Conference USA than him. I mean, he is a great-looking young man, and really, if he could figure out a way to maybe average 10 points, 8 rebounds a game, get him a couple block shots, I like the way he's moving on the defensive end as well.
31-21 UAB, 5:20 to go in the half. Lee with it between the rings, shot clock at 10. He'll bounce it away to Crosby. At the point, head fake, drives down the paint, scoops it up with the left hand, no good. Loven sails in to rip the rebound away. Taven's got it in rear court, needs a little help. Now he'll turn, head up the floor, shoot it ahead to Jemison across the 10-second line. Now they leave it with Ertl to go to work. Mike dribbles between the legs, slides left, cuts back middle of the floor, circles around the arc, kills the dribble, lobs it near side Loven. Taven drives the left baseline and runs right over one of the Braves. I think it was Tremaine Crosby who took the charge and able to hop back up. That can't be a lot of fun. Taven's got his third foul, though, so he's going to have to sit probably the rest of the half. 4:48 to go before intermission.
Well, just not a good play there by Taven. Taven is a great driver, and I think one of the better players in the conference. But right there, he just kind of put his head down, kind of like a bull in a china shop, and went too aggressively, too strong, and committed another foul.
Mike Ertl doing the same with the pressure just across midcourt. Tried to cut off the sideline, but Mike going to pick up his second foul of the half. Team foul number 8, so a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Otis Walker for the Braves. Walker with 4 points in the first half. 31-21, 10-point lead for UAB, largest for either side.
David, the officials, I know you love officials, but they're human beings. And, you know, a minute ago I said something about the whistle being kind to UAB. At that time, it was 7 fouls for Alcorn State, 1 foul, I think, for UAB. Now, mysteriously, it's even. It's 8-8. Sometimes officials look up there and, you know, they think, it's getting a little lopsided. We might better blow our whistle the other way a time or two. So now all of a sudden it's 8-8. Both teams have 8 fouls.
Front end good. The bonus for Walker good as well. He's got 6. It's an 8-point UAB lead. I can't imagine you would question the officials, Murray. I'm offended by that. Ertl with it, top of the key for the green and gold, and a whistle away from the ball. Stops play. John St. Clair spotting something. I don't know if the shot clock didn't start or the game clock. Something, I think, with the time was the issue. So UAB going to inbound. Shoots it into Jackson. He'll curl right baseline. Stop, take a tough 10-foot fall-away jumper and hit it.
Well, nice play there by Quan. I haven't seen him play, but he's a really good player. Maybe UAB's potentially maybe their best player this year. And a great steal there by Ertl.
Ertl on the deflection ahead to Jackson. Underneath, he'll lay it up for 2 more. Quick hands by Mike. Ertl starts that turnover. At the other end, Lee drives and then throws it away to Jackson in the far corner. Quan pushes it up the floor, spinning away from the defense to Tyreek Scott Grayson. Works into the paint, underneath to Nicholson. Too far underneath, and he will travel or double dribble with the basketball. Blazers getting after it defensively, forcing the issue and leading by a dozen. Final media timeout of the half with 3:54 to go before intermission. UAB leads at 35-23 on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield, IMG College. Report featuring the Children's of Alabama scoreboard and the Rusty's Barbecue Green and Gold report with Pat Smith in the Med Center Mazda Network studio. Plus, I'll have the Alabama Power first half stats. Blazers lead it by a dozen now, 35-23 with 3:54 to play in the first half. And I believe UAB is going to be shooting a technical free throw because of the aforementioned at number 30 that was a mystery man.
Well, you were the most astute guy in the arena. I'm not sure you didn't signal that to the officials and point that out, because right after you talked about it, here we go. But going to be a free point here for UAB.
Tyreek Scott Grayson shoots the technical. There is no 30 on the roster. So that is a technical foul, and that's going to be a point of emphasis for the assistant coaches for Alcorn who have to fill in the book before each
somebody's
game.
in trouble.
Somebody's not in the good favor of the new head coach. 36-23 and another steal. Ertl takes it away at midcourt. He'll drive. He'll lay it up and in.
Well, this full court pressure by UAB has really triggered this run. Now it's a 15-point game, and really most of it has been triggered by this three-quarter court, full court pressure by you. I said three-quarter court, full court pressure, but it's really three-quarter court. They are face guarding some as the ball comes in bounds, but this pressure has really changed the whole complexion of the game.
And they just force another turnover, a 10-second count. Yeah, it was sort of a passive three-quarter court pressure defense. It's not passive anymore.
They've amped it up a little bit. They're starting now to face guard the two guards before the ball comes in bounds, so they're making it much more difficult to get it in, and then once it gets in, pressuring, doubling a little bit, and really fighting hard up until it gets to half court and then getting into their man-to-man. But it has really helped UAB to this point in the first half.
38-23, Blazers with the ball and the lead. Scott Grayson bounces left of the paint. Jemison back in there. The 7-footer spins, goes up with a right-hand hook shot, too strong, and the rebound corralled by Alcorn State. Here's Morris pushing it into the front court for the Braves. He'll get a high screen, work to the foul line, pull-up jumper off the side, no good. Jackson clears. He'll push into the front court near side, accelerate, spins into the lane. He'll lay it up and in.
Wow, speed. That's the biggest moment I've seen of Quan Jackson right there. Incredible speed going down the left alley, then a great spin, got to the rim. A big-time play there by Quan Jackson.
And another turnover forced by that pressure defense, a double team on Lee. He had it deflected. He tried to go get it in rear court. He dribbles it out of bounds near the midcourt stripe. It's another turnover for the UAB defense. And a 30-second timeout called by Landon Bussey trying to settle his team down. And, boy, the Blazers, Murray, have really gotten after it. That is 12 first-half turnovers forced by the green and gold.
Well, when you go into a game, you'd like to keep it under 10 for the game. And as you've mentioned, if that's 12 already with still 22 minutes to go in the game, that's a real problem. Especially when you go on the road, you've got to keep turnovers down to give your team a chance to win. But give UAB credit. They've got a lot of pressure in the backcourt. As I mentioned, they're face guarding the guards now. So, number one, it's harder to get it in bounds. Once the ball comes in bounds, they're pressuring. They're kind of doubling or half doubling the ball, but they're really picking up aggressively. And then if the ball does cross half court, really, David, nothing lost. They're picking up and pressure man-to-man at that point.
2:40 to go in the first half. Blazers lead it by 17, now 40-23. Ertl's got it, curls left baseline, hooks it in the right corner. Scott Grayson for a three. Yes!
Well, big-time set coming out of that timeout. It's fake action going down the left side. They screened on the backside, kick out three. Big-time set there run by Andy Kennedy.
And another steal. Jackson with the takeaway. Ertl top of the wheel. His three would not go, and the rebound out of bounds off of UAB and over to Alcorn State. Boy, quick hands that time by Quan Jackson with the poke away. Blazers couldn't capitalize, but they have really cranked up the pressure on the defensive end here late in the first half to build what is now a 20-point lead at 43-23 after the second APS three-pointer of the day. Morris with it in rear court. ahead it goes. Midcourt to Hardman. Takes it across. Back to Morris, who holds it, shouts the play calls. They go to work. Far side, Crosby's got it. Working against Scott Grayson, launches a long three. It rims out no good, but the rebound put back up and in by Morris.
Well, missed block out there by Jalen Benjamin. He's got to secure that block out. Bad positioning. The guy got around him and scored that. And that's been there haven't been a lot of weaknesses, but that's been a negative for UAB. A few too many offensive rebounds to this point in the game for Alcorn State.
The mystery man has been identified. It's Byron Joshua. He was listed as number 14 on the roster. He is the man wearing number 30, and he's got his first foul of the afternoon. Team's ninth 1-and-1 opportunity for Jalen Benjamin, as he was a little too aggressive guarding Jalen out near midcourt. Jalen hits the front end of the 1-and-1. He'll have his bonus. It is up, and it too is good. 7 points for Benjamin now. 45-25, back to a 20-point lead. 1:40 to go in the half. Here's Joshua, dribbles it across, hooks it in the lane. Good pass, but not ready for it. Tyree Corbett shuffled his feet and travels with the basketball. A good look by Joshua. But the big man for the Braves didn't bail him out. Blazers handle the pressure. Scott Grayson drives, dishes off the leg of Ronji Gordon right to Nicholson, who laid it up wildly and is going to draw the foul, I believe. It's going to go on Tremaine Crosby, and that's his third. 10th team foul on Alcorn, and Kasim Nicholson will step to the line to shoot two, I believe.
And David, if you're Tyreek Scott Grayson in that situation, I thought UAB had kind of a little bit of a 3-on-2, maybe a 2-on-1. I thought Tyreek's pass was a little low and a little too much at the ankles of Ronji Gordon. If he throws that ball up to the rim there, if he draws that defender and lofts that thing to the rim, that would have been a dunk by Ronji Gordon at the rim. He threw it a little low and kind of around his ankles. If you're a big guy, you don't want the ball thrown down around your feet. It's just harder for them to catch. Sometimes it's better if you've drawn the defender to throw it up near the rim where they can just go up and get it and dunk it, and it's a pretty easy 2 points.
Kasim hits both free throws. He's got four. The lead 22, 47-25. Final 90 seconds of the opening half here in Birmingham. Joshua spins through a double team, hooks it away to Morris. Far side, left baseline, they get it to Corbett, who missed the jumper. Fight for the rebound, taken by Gordon, and here come the Blazers. Benjamin up the right sideline, into the front court, feeds it right side. Nicholson, his three would not go. Gordon, the weak side rebound. Ronji goes up strong and draws the foul. That'll be on Arnie Morris. His third. Braves over the limit. And Ronji Gordon, the latest Blazer to step to the free throw line here in the first half.
And I'm going to tell you, David, you're talking about a good-looking young man, just a freshman, big, thick, strong body. An interesting story, I was talking to Sidney Ball, who's part of this UAB staff, who played for me when I was here at UAB. Sidney's a great young man, but he was telling me the story about Ronji Gordon. He was 270 as a high school 10th grader, and then went on just a tear and really did it on his own. I'm sure he had some help with some staff and some people, but a great commitment to get down from 270, and now he's a thick, strong, great-looking 225. So he's put a lot of work into his body over the last couple of years, which tells me a lot about him as a committed young man and a guy that really wants to improve and get better.
Missed the first, made the second, so it's 48-25 UAB. Final minute of the first half. Lee for the Braves has it left side quarter court. He'll center it up now. Blazers settle back into that man-to-man. Far side, Crosby's got it, drives the left baseline, off-balance jumper, blocked away, taken by Gordon. Here comes UAB. Benjamin flips it ahead to Jackson. Quan near side, centers it up, foul line, slides right, works it toward the far corner. Up top to Gordon, lob down low, Nicholson, who lays it up and in.
Wow, big high-low action. Ball came to Ronji Nicholson. They were fronting Kasim Nicholson, so they went high-low on the quick pass, big to big. Nice basket there for Kasim Nicholson.
Final 20 seconds of the half, about a 2-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Left baseline, Crosby knifing through traffic. He'll lay it up and in. Nicely done. 8 for Tremaine Crosby. Final 10 seconds of the half. Jackson right side, a quick shot up, no good.
Too quick.
5 seconds to go in the half. Here's Wilson with it near midcourt, ahead to Crosby. Jacks up a long one, no good. As the first half comes to an end, Quan Jackson lost track of the time, shot it a little too quickly, but no harm done at the other end. And we've reached halftime here in Birmingham. Blazers with a 23-point lead over Alcorn State, 50-27. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank halftime report is coming up next here on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Beginning the morning you opened your eyes, we spent every waking moment preparing you for the day you'd leave our nest. Helping with homework, driving to practice, it all prepared you for the great decisions you'll make about your life.
After much thought, I've decided to take my talents to the IBEW.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 136. It's not a job, it's a career and a better life. Visit AlabamaElectriciansWanted.com to begin your future today.
Legacy is what you do every day. We try not only to help people with their financial legacies, we hope that we enrich their lives and help them become better people so that that total package at the end of the day is something they can be proud of. We help them craft their legacy.
Your degree from UAB can take you anywhere. And now, it gives you full access to a Blazer network 150,000 strong. No matter your degree or when you went to school, you're a full active member of the UAB National Alumni Society the moment you graduate. Sign-ups and membership fees are out. From here on in.
Sometimes you don't find your comfort zone. You create a new one. Regions can help with advice and tools to help you budget, save, and plan your financial future so you can brave a new beginning.
Hello guys, my name is Pat and Gillian. I'm the Magic Man. I'm here with the Athletic Director, Mark Ingram. Let's do some magic. Wait, move your hands up. Make it this. Left or right, Mr. Ingram?
Let's go left.
Sure.
Yes.
You want to change your mind?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't want to change your mind?
I do not.
I gave you the choice though, did I not?
You did.
Awesome, put your left hand away.
Put it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I make a little X, that is Sharpie. Sharpie is permanent marker.
Got it.
Sharpie does not come off, right?
Right.
Watch close. I take it. Wrap it off.
Okay.
I never touched you.
You did not.
Can you turn your hand over?
Ah! Oh, Ben! Give me a break! Are you kidding? Look at that! Ah! That's crazy. That's awesome. Wow. That's incredible.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
great. That's so funny.
You want me to show you how I did it? I'll show you. Put your hands up. Wide open. Yeah. No. Down here.
Okay.
Turn them over. Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, and open them.
Okay.
You're going to see the X drop onto your hand. That's what I want you to
Okay.
see. Put this, left or right?
Left.
Put your left hand away.
Okay.
Awesome. Keep your hand open.
Okay.
I want you to see the X drop onto your hand.
Okay.
Ready? Watch it. Watch it. One, two, three. Wait, I threw up instead of down. Can you turn your hand over?
That's so crazy. Oh.
Is that Sharpie that doesn't come off, right? Guess you're under 21 at the bar, right?
Right. I can get anywhere I want to go. That's terrific.
Awesome. That was great.
Really nice.
Awesome.
We'll go from right to left. UAB will go from our left to our right. And we mentioned the wardrobe. I think it's going to be different for everybody this year. I'm not sure you're going to see many coaches wearing suits or anything like that this season. Andy Kennedy, UAB golf shirt, some sporty jeans, and even sportier shoes. Yeah, they always seem to show the Wizard of Oz over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And they're not ruby slippers, but Andy Kennedy's got some sneakers that are shiny.
Well, he's been into the late Michael Jackson's closet to get the sneakers.
Oh, no.
The pants, what I would say, are skinny jeans.
Yes.
Those would be called skinny jeans. Of course, he works out every day, so
he can pull those off.
He's pretty lean guy. He can pull. David, I couldn't pull that look off, but I think he can.
At the start of the second half, Trey Jemison with a big block shot. Crosby got in the paint, had his shot knocked away, and here come the Blazers with it. Scott Grayson weaves it into the front court to the near right side, keeps the dribble going, and he stepped out of bounds. He stepped on the sideline, could not believe the whistle, and then raised his hand to Andy Kennedy and said, "Yep, my bad, Coach."
Well, I can believe it because he did it right in front of us, but what a phenomenal block shot at the other end by Trey Jemison.
Pierce lobs it on the near side to Walker for the Braves. Left corner it goes to Hardman, left alone. He'll pop a three, no good. Ertl the rebound. Shoots it ahead to Jackson, running the floor for the Blazers. Into the paint. Jackson lays it up too strong. Rebound ripped down by David Pierce and Alcorn State. Pierce into the front court, lost the handle, got it back. He'll bounce it away on the far side to Tremaine Crosby. 50-27. We've played about a minute now in the second half. Crosby's got it, drifting toward that far right corner. Tries to work the baseline, cut off. He'll back it out to Wilson. Back inside it goes to Hardman. Had his shot blocked away out of bounds, that time by Tyreek Scott Grayson.
There's that length, David. We talked a lot about it last year, but he's got incredible length, which allows him as a guard to block shots.
Inbounds, cleverly done by Crosby. Bounced it off Jemison, who wasn't looking. Crosby got it back. He finds Walker on the left baseline. Fall away 18-footers. The shot clock expires, no good. Jemison clears. Here's Ertl with it, pushing into the front court. Ertl slows it up, gets a high screen, accelerates, backs it out now once again. Looks to drive, stops, takes a fall away. 15-footer and hits it. Score it, and he draws the foul. It goes on David Pierce, his first, team foul number 1 on Alcorn in the second half, and Mike Ertl. 7 points, looks to make it 8 as he goes to the foul line.
I'm going to tell you, hard to guard right there. A lot of handle there. Did a lot of things with the ball. Didn't gain a lot of ground, but a great mid-range shot by Ertl on that possession.
Pressure by the Blazers once again. Crosby double team, shoots it ahead to Walker, running to the right side of the lane. He'll lay it up, got it blocked again. Saved far corner by Jackson, who got run over by Tremaine Crosby, and that's going to be his 4th foul of the game.
Well, and he's their best player. 4 fouls with 18 minutes to go. You've got a problem. What I really like what UAB's doing, again, pressuring in the full court, knowing that Jemison is a rim protector, so they're being very aggressive at 60, 70 feet from the rim, knowing who's back there protecting the rim. I'm not sure who gets credit for that block shot, but that was Kasim going up and Jemison going up for the block shot at the same time.
Jackson drives the left side of the lane. They'll whistle a blocking foul on the floor against Malik Hardman. Layup went in, but they'll say the foul was on the floor. Number 1 on Hardman, number 3 now of the half on Alcorn State. Blazers inbounding, leading 53-27. 26-point cushion for the green and gold. Scott Grayson, the trigger man on the baseline, looking, flipping to Ertl, far corner. Double team. Mike needs some help. Gets it away to Jemison out high. He'll drive down the lane and throw it down with the right hand.
Hello. I mean, wow. He got the ball at 20 feet. 2 dribbles later, he's at the rim. And I'm going to tell you, he is 7 foot, 260, and just a great-looking young man, but a great skilled play there by Trey Jemison.
The Red Sea parted, and the Braves got out of the way once he got a step toward the bucket. 55-27, UAB by 28, 17:40 to play in the second half. Top of the wheel, Lee's got it. Watched by Ertl, drifts left, shovels it away to Pierce, and he will travel with the basketball. Tyreek Scott Grayson stepped out on him, And the Blazers force yet another turnover.
Well, good D there by Tyreek. One thing that's concerning, Taven Lovin not here in the second half. He's sitting over there, but obviously must not be feeling good. He was bumped around a little bit in the first half, and it looks like they've got this safe lead, not going to play him in the second half.
And a breakaway by Quan Jackson on the inbounds. The Blazers find him behind the defense for the easy dunk, and a timeout taken by Landon Bussey. 12 for Quan Jackson. A 30-second timeout becomes a full here in the second half. It's all green and gold. Blazers lead at 57-27 with 17:28 to play in the ballgame as you listen to UAB basketball from Learfield IMG College. The Blazers to start the second half, and all of a sudden it is a 30-point cushion for the green and gold, 57-27. And Murray, it's the same song, second verse or second half anyway. The defense has been stifling here early on.
Well, UAB's defense really, really good. And I don't know what this run is, but I'm going to tell you, David, it was around 20-20 or close to that. This has got to be maybe like a 30-5 run by UAB over the last maybe 10 minutes of this game.
Blazers by 30, pressure again, nearly forcing the turnover. Lee's got it, front court, far side. Backs it out now. Jemison, Ronji Gordon. No, it was Jemison, steps out on Lee, top of the circle. He'll hook it away on the near side to Pierce for a three. That one's short. Rebound underneath by Fairley, put it back up, no good. And UAB could not corral that miss. So it's going to stay with Alcorn State. 4 on the shot clock as the Braves inbound underneath their bucket.
2-3 zone right here, in line, out of bounds. Alcorn with just 4 seconds on the clock.
And a steal on the inbound. Scott Grayson takes it away, feeds it ahead, driving the left side. Jackson lays it up for 2 more. Well, 14 for Quan Jackson.
Yeah, and I tell you, he's got a lot of Taven Lovin in him. I mean, he is a go-to, get-to-the-rim guy with great, great speed.
59-27 UAB. 16:40 to play in the game. Walker drives the right side. His floater comes up short. Tried to save it in bounds. Did fairly, could not. And it's over to UAB. Ronji Gordon coming in now as Jemison will get a rest. 16:36 to play in the second half.
Tell you what Alcorn State's doing now too, David. Not only are they turning it over, they're taking some really quick. They're just totally out of rhythm right now because of UAB's pressure.
Nicholson spots up for a three off the right side and buries it. His first triple of the day and the first APS three-pointer of the second half. Makes it 62-27 UAB. Still better than 16 minutes to play in a ball game. Walker for the Braves. Gives it away to Arnie Morris near the center circle. Morris drives left, spins, sends it back up top to Lee. He'll creep forward, look to drive, lean in, throw it up wildly with the right hand, and able to bank it in for 2. Lee's got his first points of the second half and the first Alcorn points of the second half. At the other end, Ertl slips down near side, kept it alive by Gordon. Ronji gets it back to Ertl. He'll bounce it right back to Gordon, right baseline, backing down and called for an offensive foul. Used that big body and sent one of the Braves sliding across the floor. That's number 1 on Ronji Gordon. Number 1 of the second half on UAB and a timeout on the floor. 15:45 to play in the ball game. Blazers up big, 62-29 over Alcorn State here on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield, IMG College.
Yes, sir. Slip and slide records. Finna take it to the highs. Just get on up and get down. All of my peoples all across the world. This song goes out to all the boys and girls. You want them thugs to come and turn your body out. You gotta take it to the high. Come on now. Yes, sir. Slip and slide getting loose. More punch than your bowl of juice. And ain't nobody more jiggy than us. Stuff so rough it causes head rush like whoa. Give it to me, bring it here. Don't stop, girl, shake it here, shake it there. Let Money Mark get off your derriere. We off the chain for the whole year. So if you look good with a big old butt, live in your own crib and make your own bucks. Hit me up, tradeplus.com, and tell me where you from. We don't play, we take it to the house. MIA, take it to the house. It's the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 305, take it to the house. We got that fire, take it to the house. Slip and slide, take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house.
Blazers lead at 62-29 over Alcorn State. 15:45 to play in the ball game. UAB at 55% shooting now for the day. 21 of 38, 3 of 10 from 3. Braves at 31% overall, 11 out of 36, and just 1 of 8 from outside the arc. Braves with the basketball after the timeout. Again, having to face that UAB pressure. Morris shoots it in to Fairley. Back to Morris. Walking it up the floor. Double team comes. Lobs it away far side to Pierce. Rifles it ahead to Nicholson underneath the bucket. Another steal by UAB. Jalen Benjamin in there now. Shoots it ahead to Jeffries right side. Kobe Jeffries into the paint. He'll scoop it up with the left hand. No good. But he draws the foul. Kobe Jeffries, redshirt freshman, out there for his first action for the green and gold. And he'll be going to the line to shoot 2. Fourth foul on Anthony Fairley for the Braves. Jeffrey, 6'3", 195, redshirt freshman, as we said, out of Olive Branch, Mississippi, hits the first of 2 free throws.
And I like what he did right there. He got the ball, he quickly put his head down, and he slashed right into the paint. A very aggressive play and a great steal at the other end by Kasim Nicholson. Kasim Nicholson is a guy who's just got a high motor and can do a lot of things to help you win.
Second free throw also up and good. Tyree Corbett returns now for Alcorn. 15:26 to play in the game. And the Blazers lead it by 35 now, 64-29. And another steal. Jackson takes it away on the inbounds. He'll lay it up, no good, but draw the foul, and we'll head back to the line. That goes on Arnie Morris. That is his 4th foul. Team's 5th, and as Jackson steps to the line to shoot 2, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Blazer Sports Network from Learfield, IMG College. (64-29), UAB up big in the season opener against Alcorn State. David Crane, Murray Bartow with you here courtside at Bartow Arena. Glad to be playing basketball here in 2020. And the Blazers have looked good so far. Leading by 35. Jackson missed the first. He missed the second as well. And the rebound cleared by Alcorn State. Pierce has it in rear court. Dribbles behind the back. Takes it across far side. Now centers it up. Working against Jeffries. UAB settles into that half-court man-to-man now. Far side Lee with the basketball. 13 on the shot clock. Lee dribbles at the center circle now. Watched by Jalen Benjamin. He'll edge forward, dribble behind the back, put his head down, get into the paint, throw up an 8-footer good. Tough shot by Kirk Lee in traffic. He's got 7. Blazers lead at 64-31. nearly turned over, and the Blazers do turn it over. That hadn't happened very often today. Errant pass, and here come the Braves with it. Lee, left of the circle, pops a three. That one's short. Rebound, Kobe Jeffries taps it ahead to Jalen Benjamin. Blazers with numbers. Benjamin to Gordon, down the lane for the lay-in.
Well, really unselfish play there by Jalen Benjamin. A 3-on-1. He could have gotten all the way to the rim, but he drew the defender, kicked it to Ranji Gordon for the nice two.
At the other end, Pierce misses a 15-footer in the lane, kept alive by the Braves. Lee has it out near midcourt as they reset. 66-31 UAB, just over 14 minutes to play in a ball game. Lee's got it, working against Jackson. He'll drive the left side, feed it in the paint to Corbett. His shot attempt blocked away. It'll go out of bounds, last touched by a Brave, and back over to UAB as Mike Ertl returns to the lineup. And Quan Jackson, I believe, will check out. 14:04 remaining. Jeffries inbounding to Ertl. He'll bring it up the floor for the green and gold. Ertl looks to Andy Kennedy for the play call as he takes it across the 10-second line. Ertl comes right, keeps the dribble alive, now gives it up to Scott Grayson. Far wing Benjamin with it, left of the lane to Gordon. Ranji bulling his way down the lane. He will muscle up a shot, no good, but draw the foul. It's on Tyree Corbett. His first, number 6 of the half on Alcorn. And Ranji Gordon to the line for 2 more, 1 for 2 today from the stripe. 13:45 remaining. 66-31 UAB. And now 67 as Gordon hits the first. His 6th point of the afternoon. Don't forget, we're right back at it Saturday afternoon, a 2 o'clock tip here at Bartow Arena. Southeastern Louisiana comes to town. Pregame will start at 1:30. Gordon hits 2. He's got 7 now. Blazers lead by 37 at 68-31. Inbounds, far side to Hardman. Brings it back across to Lowe, near side of the floor. He'll push it forward, bounce it ahead in the front court to Taja Fraley. And then a little too aggressive. Jeffries going for the steal, collides with Malik Hardman near the center circle. Kobe picks up his first foul. And only the second of the half on UAB.
Good attempt there, though. I like that play by Kobe Jeffries. I don't love the foul, but it was kind of a lob, soft pass across the mid part of the court. Good aggressive play there by Kobe. He just didn't get the steal.
Fraley with the basketball between the rings. Gives it away to Lee, far side. Works it to the free throw line. Kicks it left baseline. Hardman, his mid-range jumper short, but the rebound to Corbett underneath. He'll put it back up and in. 4 for Tyree Corbett. Right corner, Scott Grayson drives into the paint, floats it up with the left hand. It rattles out, no good. Tip try wouldn't fall from Gordon and batted into the hands of Myson Lowe. Going the other way for the Braves, up the right sideline. Lowe into the front court, bounces it right of the paint to a cutting Hardman who misses the lay-in. Knocked away from him out of bounds by UAB. As Trey Jemison returns for the green and gold, and a timeout taken by Landon Bussey. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And Murray, I think he is encouraging the officials to perhaps check the scoreboard and see that his team has been called for 6 fouls. UAB has been called for only 2.
Yeah, he's not real happy right now, but it's when you're a first-year head coach and you're down that quick, it gets you frustrated pretty quick.
Timeout on the floor. Back after this on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Tyree Corbett misses a tough long-range jumper at one end for Alcorn State, and at the other end, another foul sending UAB to the line. Trey Jemison will shoot the 1-and-1. 17 fouls now on Alcorn here in the second half. Jemison at the line, 3 for 4, now 4 for 5 on the afternoon.
Tell you, he looks like a pretty darn good free throw shooter, and Ronji Gordon does as well. And that's nice when you've got two big guys, 2 5 men that are both pretty darn good free throw shooters.
Second also up and good for Jemison. The foul was on Tyree Corbett. 70-33. Blazers on top. 12:35 remaining in the ball game. Here's Fraley with it in the front court, double team. Gets it away to Lee at the center circle. Dribbles between the legs. Slides right, now drives again. High floater off the window, too strong. Rebound picked up in the paint by Corbett. He'll kick it out in the right corner to Lee. Looks to drive, instead takes a tough, long three and hits it. And a flopping warning issued by John St. Clair. Lee hit the three-pointer, then hit the deck. John St. Clair didn't buy it. Called him for the flop. Count the bucket, 70-36. UAB's outscored them 20-9 here in the second half. Kobe Jeffries will inbound. And before he can, a foul on Byron Joshua. He had Jalen Benjamin wrapped up pretty nicely in a package. Second foul on Joshua. That's number 8 now on the Braves. And Jalen Benjamin walks to the other end to shoot a 1-and-1. 12-11 remaining in the second half. Jalen was 7 in the opening half. Now with 8 on the afternoon.
And a great free throw shooter, almost automatic when he steps up there. And again, I assume if he makes this one, they'll jump right back into their full court pressure, which has been so effective today.
Bonus for Benjamin, also up and good. He's got 9. Here comes the pressure. They get it in to Myson Lowe. Now Morris with it near side of the floor. Creeps forward and shy midcourt. Away it goes to Lowe right side. He'll take it across, kick it in the right corner to Corbett. Head fake, and then he stepped out of bounds. Good head fake, but the trail foot steps out of bounds in that deep corner, and UAB's got it back. And a timeout on the floor with an even 12 minutes to play in the ball game. Blazers lead at 72-36. Louisiana again, everybody with fingers crossed that everything goes well and we do get to play another game on Saturday afternoon, but still 12 minutes to go in this one. I would think Andy Kennedy's got to be pretty pleased with what he has seen from his basketball team so far.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. UAB started kind of slow maybe in the first 10 minutes, let's say, of the game. But my goodness, over the last 8 in this half, last 10, over about the last 18 to 20 minutes of the game, they've played pretty darn well. I think he's seen a lot of things. I think defensively is where the whole game has really turned. They have really turned it up defensively, forcing Alcorn into a lot of turnovers, speeding them up, and Alcorn just really hasn't been in a good rhythm for the last 18, 20 minutes, but you've just got to credit UAB's defense. So I'm sure Andy has really been pleased with what he's seen over the last 18, 20 minutes of this game.
Blazer ball after the timeout. Benjamin's got it shy midcourt, away to Ertl. Mike rifles it ahead to Nicholson, front court far side. Back out high to Benjamin, who climbs the ladder to snag that pass. Jalen dishes, left corner, Nicholson, his three is good. Kasim Nicholson's second triple of the day, our third APS three-pointer of the afternoon for the green and gold.
Well, like you say, Dave, I'm sorry, Dave, 2 threes already for him. I'm not sure how many he made all of last year. Maybe help me if you know, but he made some last year, but he's already made 2 in this first game.
27% from three-point range last year. A deep 3 off the mark by Myson Lowe, and another rebound for Trey Jemison for the Blazers. Into the front court, Erdel's got it. Dribbles around one of his teammates. He'll drive down the left of the lane, lay it up, no good. Rebound by the Braves. Tap ahead to Lowe. Driving layup, no, but a blocking foul on Kobe Jeffries. Trying to hustle back for the green and gold. It'll be number 2 on Kobe. Still only the third team foul on the Blazers here in the second half, and Myson Lowe stepping to the line to shoot a couple of free throws.
And now it gets tricky. If you're Andy Kennedy, 11 minutes to go, you're up 40. Number one, you want to keep these guys in as long as you feel you can, and I'm talking mainly the starters. You want to play them a good bit. You need them to get into some rhythm and gain some confidence of some game action. At the same time, you're going to get to a point here in maybe 3 or 4 minutes where you're going to want to put the subs in, get them some time, and obviously you don't want to get anybody injured, so you've got to be careful when you get to this point in the game. But right now, he's going to continue with the starters, which he should.
Lowe makes both free throws. At the other end, Benjamin in the far corner. His 3 up and good. Jalen Benjamin's second triple, another APS three-pointer for the green and gold, makes it 78-38. UAB by 40 here in the second half with 10.5 minutes to play. Lee bounces it away to Joshua, far side of the floor. Back out high to Lowe, who hands it to Lee, near side. He'll dribble top of the wheel. Behind the back pass to Corbett, left of the circle. His 3 up and good.
Well, good offense there by Alcorn State, but I'm going to tell you one thing, Trey Jemison, he's impressed me. Even when he's had to switch out on perimeter guys, he gets down low, gets in great position, great stance, and really got pretty good ability to move his feet and guard people on the perimeter.
Byron Joshua called for a blocking foul just shy of midcourt. Going to be his third. Team foul number 9. Jalen Benjamin going to shoot a 1-and-1. He is 4 for 4 from the line. Attempting the 32nd free throw of the game for UAB, and it's up and good. Jermaine Crosby returns. Joshua checks out for the Braves. Jalen Benjamin with his bonus now. 13 points for Jalen. Make it 14. Free throw up and good. 80-41 UAB. Morris with it in rear court. Bounces to Lowe. Ahead it comes to Lee. Check it. Crosby, left side. He'll feed across the paint. Bad pass, nearly stolen. Jeffries fighting for it. He knocks it off Morris, out of bounds. Good hustle by Kobe Jeffries. And UAB's got it back as Quan Jackson returns, and Jeffries takes a seat. 9:50 to play. Jalen Benjamin inbounds to Erdel. He'll bring it up the floor. 80-41, green and gold. In command and have been for a while. Benjamin into the front court with it now. Right elbow, jumper, up. Rims out, no good. Back tap to Erdel. He'll drive down the lane. Stop, pop a 10-footer. It wouldn't fall. Corbett had the rebound, couldn't secure it. Loses it over the end line, and it'll stay with UAB. Substitution for the Braves. Kobe Wilson returns as Myson Lowe exits. Quan Jackson, the trigger man on the end line, hooks it into Jemison. Out high now to Benjamin. Jalen looks right, pounding the dribble. He'll drive, free throw line, cut off there. Spinning, leaning in, 12-footer, no good. Rebound, Kasim Nicholson had it, couldn't secure it. Loose on the floor, it's out of bounds. Last touched by the Braves, and UAB gets it right back.
You've got 2 really good offensive rebounders in there, and Kasim Nicholson and Trey Jemison, both getting their hands on balls, tracking balls, being able to chase balls down.
Inbounds Jemison, left of the lane, spins, lays it up, rims out on him, no good. And Corbett clears for the Braves. He'll bring it up the floor himself, leave it with Lee on the near wing. Working against Ertl, he'll backpedal out near the center circle with 9:05 to play in the game, and UAB leading it 80-41. Lee comes forward, working against Ertl still, slides right, tries to turn the corner, throws it up in the air, swatted away partially by Jemison, out of bounds. Another block shot for Trey. And Alcorn will inbound with 8 seconds showing on the shot clock. Tyreek Scott Grayson coming on. Ertl checking out.
UAB, a whole different team with Trey Jemison in there. He really gives you great rim protection.
Inbounds, Crosby trying to tightrope the right baseline, fumbles it away out of bounds. Another Alcorn turnover, and UAB's got it to go the full 94 feet, leading it 80-41 with 8:50 to play. Benjamin takes the inbounds. Jalen brings it up the middle of the floor. Into the front court, underhands to Scott Grayson. Out high to Jackson between the circles. Quan slides right off a high screen, stops, lets the defender go by, misses a long two, and the rebound cleared by Kobe Wilson for Alcorn State. Gives it to Lee. Ahead it goes to Crosby, front court near side. He directs a little traffic, looks to drive past Jackson. Reverse layup would not go, but a whistle and a foul on UAB's Trey Jemison. Number 2 on him. 14 foul on the Blazers. Ronji Gordon comes in eventually. He will sit and wait while Tremaine Crosby shoots his first of 2 free throws. With 8:22 to play. First free throw up and good. Gordon enters now as Jemison will check out. Fraley and Joshua both return for Alcorn State. 80-42. The UAB lead. Second free throw pops out, no good. 8:15 to play. Blazers with the basketball and an 80-42 lead. Benjamin with it near midcourt. Comes right, keeps the dribble going, works it toward the right baseline, stops, takes the 12-footer, it bounces and drops through good. 16 for Jalen Benjamin. 82-42, Blazers up 40. Quick three up off the right side, no good by Crosby. Long rebound played by Benjamin. Jalen wanted to push, rifles it ahead to Nicholson, driving the right side. He lays it up and in.
Well, a great kick-ahead pass there by Jalen Benjamin to the open Kasim Nicholson, who was already down the floor, but really a great look-ahead, kick-ahead pass there by Jalen Benjamin.
84-42. Again, Blazers doubling up Alcorn State with 7.5 minutes to go. Here's Joshua at the right elbow. His jumper up off the back iron, no good. Rebound tapped a couple of times. Finally corralled by Kobe Wilson. Out to Morris, near corner. Up top it goes to Joshua for a three. Off the back iron. Rebound grabbed by Scott Grayson. Going the other way. Tyreek down the lane. Flips it off to Gordon, who wasn't ready for it. Off Ronji and out of bounds. Turnover on UAB. And the Braves will have it when we come back. Timeout with 7:13 to play in the ballgame. 84-42. UAB on top here on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Located in the Hill Center, it's your best source for official UAB Blazer gear. All Blazers in this season opener, leading Alcorn State 84-42. Shooting 52%, holding the Braves to just 29% shooting. And UAB has forced 21 turnovers here this afternoon. Joshua brings it across for Alcorn. Leaves it with Crosby, top of the key. Head fake. He'll step to the foul line, nearly lose the handle. Gets control of it, top of the circle. 3-ball up, no good. And Jackson soars in for the rebound for the Blazers. Quan shoots it ahead to Scott Grayson. Driving the left side. He lays it up short. Nicholson there for a follow-up, no good. But a whistle and a foul. It's going to be the 5th on Tremaine Crosby. Crosby fouls out with 6:48 to play in the game, with 9 points to his credit.
And again, David, Kasim Nicholson always around the ball. He's got a knack and a nose for the ball, number one, but more importantly, he's got a great motor. Likes to play, always aggressive. He's a versatile guy, can do a lot of things at both ends to help you. He's played a ton of minutes in this game, but he's just he's a four-man. He's kind of a mid-range. He's not a back-to-the-basket power player inside, but he's a slashing mid-range type guy, but he's always around the ball.
Makes both free throws. 16 points for Kasim. 86-42. UAB leads it. 6:40, clock ticking, second half. Lee's got it for the Braves between the circles. Bounces right elbow to Fraley. Right baseline to Corbett. Works into the lane. Falling down. He throws up a prayer. Doesn't get an answer. He taps it out to Jackson going the other way. Works his way down the paint. He'll scoop it up. No good. A blocking foul on the floor called by John St. Clair. It'll go on Arnie Morris, I believe. And that'll be his 5th foul.
And, David, this is our first time to see Quan Jackson, but he seems to me much more of an open court, full court type player, transition type player, maybe as opposed to a half court set type guy. The other thing I'm noticing, he's not a very good free throw shooter, which is concerning. Do you agree with it? You don't have to comment. But he just doesn't look very comfortable at the line. I could be wrong on that, but tonight he has not looked comfortable. He's not a great shooter, but he's a big-time player now, but he's much better in the open court than he is in the half court, in my opinion. And he's a little bit like Taven. He's a get-to-the-rim guy, but he's a big-time player, 5th-year guy, and they're expecting him to have an all-league caliber year this year. Is really what they're expecting and hopeful of.
Missed both free throws, and the Braves wind up with it. Walking it up the floor, Lowe's got it, underhands it to Walker, away to Lee, far side. Bounces it to Lowe. He circles toward the top of the key, flips it right side to Fraley. Steps into the paint, ball knocked loose. Fraley keeps it alive, pivots in the paint. He'll flip it up with the left hand, no good. Tip try good by Tyree Corbett.
See, Trey Jimison's in there. They do not get that basket. Taking nothing away from Ranji. Ranji's more of a thick, big, strong, physical post defender, where Trey Jimison really gives you a presence at the rim.
86-44 UAB. Benjamin's got it, top of the circle. Jalen, little stutter step. He'll pop a long three and hit again. His 3rd three-pointer of the day. Another APS three-pointer for the Blazers. Makes it 89-44 with 5:28 to play in the ball game, and another timeout taken by Alcorn State. Landon Bussey not happy with the scoreboard, not happy with the foul situation, just not happy at the moment. Spends his final timeout, and I think he is going to use most of it to chat with the officials.
Well, I'm not sure what he's complaining about, but I'll just tell you what just happened. There's no set call there by UAB. It's just Jalen Benjamin. And again, we talked about it a lot last year, but some guys, and I mentioned it in the first half, some guys need help. Some guys need screening action or a set called for them, maybe a creative set to get them a basket. Jalen Benjamin needs none of the above. All he needs is the ball in his hands, get out of his way, maybe set a high ball screen for him to create a little bit more room. But he's a guy that's so valuable because he can just go get you a basket, and he's just a scorer. He's a guy that can get you points. He's not very big, but he can go get you points in a hurry.
89-44 UAB. Lee's got it, works into the lane, lost the handle, got it back, pokes it away to Walker. Shot clock at 8. Walker at the point, spins free throw line, follow a 15-footer, grazed the rim, saved in bounds by Nicholson, but right to Fraley far side. Shot clock expires, and it's going to be UAB basketball. Apparently never touched the rim at all, and UAB defensively does it again. Another turnover with 5:04 to play in the game.
And especially Mike Ertl right there. Great containment of the ball. Great pressure on the ball, but then he really contained the dribble well.
Benjamin brings it across, signals the play call, and fouled from behind by Myson Lowe. Went for the strip, got a piece of the arm. That'll be the first foul on Lowe, and Jalen Benjamin back to the line for 2 more free throws.
You foul him again. I mentioned it earlier. Foul him, and you put him on the line, it's just basically giving UAB 2 points. He's close. Again, I don't have last year's stats in front of me, but he is really good at the line. I think maybe last year around 85% or so, maybe close to that.
Hits the first one here. He is 7 for 7 from the line. He's UAB's leading scorer. He's the game's top scorer as well, 22, now 23 points.
And that's pretty big time when you come in off the bench. If they continue to do that, bringing him in off the bench, it's a really great thing when you've got a guy that can score like that coming in off the bench to provide that energy and spark.
91-44 Blazers. Lowe's got it, pokes it away to Walker. Around now to Lee near side. He'll drive on Benjamin, get in the paint, lob it away. Deflected, comes down to Walker right of the lane. Knocked away from him, scooped up by Benjamin. Going the other way for the green and gold. Rifles it ahead to Ronji Gordon. Kicks it out left side. Jeffries for a 3. Too strong. And the rebound to Kirk Lee. He'll push it into the forecourt, right to left as we watch it. Into the paint. Now they'll back it up top to Walker. His 3 rims out no good. And the rebound cleared by UAB's Terrell Ard, who checked in a moment ago. Benjamin in the paint. Drops it off to Ard, who lays it up and in.
Well, a great run by Ard and a great pass by Jalen Benjamin. But a streaking Ard down the floor to Jalen Benjamin, really with a nice unselfish pass right there.
93-44 Blazers, under 4 to play. Lowe into the paint, bounces underneath the bucket to Fraley. His layup partially blocked, taken away by Ronji Gordon. Ahead to Ertl into the front court. Ertl accelerates, drives the right side. He'll lay it up and in.
He's not easy to guard, David. He's got a little herky-jerk action to him, and he's just not an easy guy to guard. Got right to the rim. Nice basket there for Mike.
10 points for Ertl on the day. At the other end, Lee gets by the defense, knifing his way down the lane. A pretty reverse lay-in for 2. He's got a dozen for the Braves. 95-46 UAB with 3:17 to play in the game. Benjamin near right side, double team comes. He picks up the ball, needs some help, spinning through the double team. He'll feed it away far side to Ertl. Left corner Jeffries spots up for a 3. It's too strong. Rebound fought for. Corbett gets the handle on it for the Braves. He'll leave it with Kurt Lee. Under 3 to play now in the ball game, and UAB up big, 95-46. Lee has it left of the circle, gives it up to Lowe, pokes it away to Walker between the rings. Looks right, gives it up right side quarter court to Lee. Shot clock at 10. Lee knifing the right side lane. He'll lay it up and in. Oh, and then they'll wave it off for basket interference. That ball was going to go through, but one of the Braves touched it while it was in the cylinder. So they'll wave off the bucket for basket interference, but free throws when we come back. Foul on Ronji.
At UAB Orthopedics, we know that when it comes to getting back on your feet, expertise is everything. Home to cutting-edge research and state-of-the-art technology, UAB has the tools to treat any injury, big or small. Our providers are experts in their fields with years of experience in every specialty of orthopedics, from joint replacement to sports medicine. No matter what your passion is, your journey to recovery starts here. UAB Medicine. Knowledge. moving medicine forward.
Hope you'll stay tuned for the Legacy Locker Room Report, and it features our post-game visit with head coach Andy Kennedy, brought to you by Mountain Dew. Do the do. 2:42 remaining in the season opener, and the Blazers up big on Alcorn State, 95-46. Kirk Lee going to the line to shoot two. First one off the mark, no good. Tobias Rodegard into the lineup for UAB, along with Tony, two newcomers. Rodegard, 6'7", 200-pound freshman out of Norway. Tony, 6'2", 195, freshman out of Huntsville. Second free throw also pops out, no good. And Terrell Ard with a rebound. Ertl brings it up for the green and gold. Mike gets a screen out high. Top of the key, down the lane he goes. Feeds left corner Rodegard, and then Ertl ran over one of the Braves. Mike called for his third foul. Team foul number 6, 2.5 minutes to go. Oddest Walker inbounds. Lowe will bring it up. UAB finally dropping back now. Loosening the screws a little bit defensively. Top of the circle, Lee with it. Bounces it away to Joshua. Away to Lowe. Left side, well behind the arc. Lowe looks to drive, could not, gets into the paint, kicks it out right side Walker. He'll penetrate the baseline, floater up too strong, but tapped up and in by Tyree Corbett.
Wow, I'm not sure how that happened, David, but an air ball over the rim and then a tip in.
Jeffries goes coast to coast, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul. A bump on Oddest Walker. Pretty good flop, I thought.
Yeah,
Walker.
I'm not sure that was the right call.
Kobe picks up his third foul, number 7, but you look up at the scoreboard, team fouls a little closer now toward the end of the game.
Imagine that.
95-48, UAB leads it. 1:50 to go in the game. Lowe across midcourt, dribbles between the legs, bounces it ahead to Walker above the foul line. He'll square up to the bucket, step back, take a 16-footer. It's short. Rebound Corbett in the paint, spinning, kicks it out to Lowe. Corbett's played well for the Braves here in the second half. Lowe holding it between the circles. Shot clock at 15, game clock at 1:30. Lowe then dribbled it off his foot. Fight for the loose ball. Won by UAB's Tony. Tony racing down the floor. Tony with a finger roll for 2.
I'm going to tell you, great defensive play number 1 by Tony. And then 2 dribbles later, speed, got to the rim, slithered around one defender, got to the rim and scored. Nice play by him.
Corbett, right of the lane, dribbles into a double team, kicks it out high to Lowe, who is plowed over by Tony. Tony going for the steal. John Coleman also into the lineup for UAB. Tony has his first foul. That's number 8 now on UAB, so a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Braves. Myson Lowe. Lowe with 2 points coming from the stripe earlier here in the second half. Front end here, no good. Rebound. Terrell Ard has it for the Blazers. 1 minute to go. All UAB, 97-48. Coleman pushing into the front court. Up top, bad pass. Saved by Jeffries, far side of the floor. Away to Coleman, near side. John hands it off to Tony. Away to Jeffries at the center circle. Kobe gets a high screen. Drives the right side of the lane. He'll put it up off the glass and good.
Well, a high ball screen there by Tobias Rodegard. Set him up for that, got him downhill, got him to the rim. Nice score there going down the right alley by Jeffries.
Final 30 seconds of the ball game, 99-48 UAB. Lowe's got it between the circles. Feeds it right side to Lee, well behind the arc. Lee looks to drive, splits a double team, gets into the paint, up and under move, nicely done. He'll kiss it off the window for 2 more.
We've got 99, David. Just let them play. Let's see if we can get to 100.
Coleman.
You pull it out, or do you let them play?
Andy Kennedy, I think, has gotten enough.
Okay.
In his head coaching debut. The fans.
No, he's telling him to go.
Here's Coleman, top of the key. Lost the handle. Picked up by Lowe, going the other way. Time expires, and that'll do it. Andy Kennedy waves at Landon Bussey. You're not going to see handshakes this season. The head coaches, the assistant coaches all wave at one another, and the teams head to their respective locker rooms. And UAB heads to their locker room 1-0 on the year. The Andy Kennedy debut, a successful one for the Blazers. They win it by the final of 99-50. Stay tuned. The Legacy Locker Room Report coming your way next here on the Blazers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.